A new political era for Myanmar will begin on Monday when MPs elected in November's historic vote gather in Parliament. It is expected to mark the start of the transfer of power from the military-backed government of Thein Sein to the party of the former political prisoner Aung San Suu Kyi. Ms Suu Kyi has said she wants to reach peace deals with Myanmar's many rebel groups, something the outgoing president failed to achieve. Our Myanmar correspondent Jonah Fisher reports from the rebel town of Wan Hai in Shan State.
This is the training ground of the Shan State Army North. Several hundred of their fighters are being put through their paces by a drill sergeant. This is a scene that's being repeated across Shan State by different rebel and militia groups. Decades of civil war here has turned this part of Myanmar into a real patchwork of rebel and militia-controlled areas.
We are the governors of the jungle.
The governors of the jungle.
So we have to have every department.
Yeah. And the rebels have most things covered, at least at a basic level. There are schools here in Wan Hai, a clinic, even a hydroelectric turbine that delivers more reliable electricity than the rest of Myanmar gets. Late last year, the Shan State Army North rebels stayed away as the Burmese president signed a ceasefire agreement with 8 of the country's armed groups. While the ink was still drying on that, the army attacked those who'd refused to sign. Villages near the rebel headquarters of Wan Hai were fired on from the ground and air, and several thousand people fled their homes. Among them, a young woman from the Palong ethnic group called Nai Song.
I was so afraid of the bullets and the sound of the guns. The sound was so loud, it hurt my ears.
Nai Song took her 4 children to the safety of a camp deep in rebel territory and has stayed here for the last 3 months. She agreed to go with me back up into the mountains on motorbikes to take a look at what's left of her village. We've made it to Khun Nim, which is perched right on the top of a hill. Normally there's about 500 people living here. At the moment there's just a handful. Some people have come back to look after the animals here. They're all staying together in one house, not in their own properties because they feel safer like that. But the rest of the village has been completely abandoned. It's a ghost town. And what we're hearing is that the Burmese army, when they came in here, they went into the houses and they took everything of value out of each property. So this was your shop? Nai Song's house and shop had been completely stripped. Bags of rice, containers of fuel and alcohol that she was planning to sell had all been taken. She wept as she showed us one of her few possessions, a battered kettle salvaged from the street.
This is our destiny. This is our fate. I'd bought about $800 worth of goods, and I'd carried it here on my head because I can't ride a motorbike. When we came back to look for our things, it was all gone.
Another woman, who also came back up the mountain with us, showed us into her house. Oh wow, okay, so you can see everything here has just been destroyed. Bala has lost not just her TV, solar panels and a generator. 5 years ago, the Burmese army abducted her son to be a porter, and she hasn't seen him since. What happened in Khon Nim is nothing new. The Burmese army has been looting and burning the villages of ethnic minorities for decades. But for the rebels and the villagers, it's another reminder that for all the talk of peace, the behaviour of the Burmese army on the ground has changed very little.
We feel that we've been bullied by the Burmans.
General Saitin has been a rebel for more than 50 years, and he told me that this latest attack confirmed his long-held view that the Burmese military isn't interested in a peace that's just and fair.
We can't trust the army. They still have the aim and object of annihilation all the ethnic armed groups.
A new, more democratic government led by Aung San Suu Kyi is on its way, but it won't have control over the army. Her role is likely to be as a mediator, trying to end wars that have lasted for generations.
Jonah Fisher reporting from Shan State in Myanmar.